Thank you so much. So that's the end of our exercise. So I think we will formally start the report. Okay, so good morning everyone. I apologize for a huge delay. So I am Mafusel Naga and my fellow groupmates are
I'm Matalin City Mega.
I am Nahla Musul.
I am Nerdana Di Canapia.
And I am Hazel Carmen Medina. Our topic for today is all about inventory models for purchasing. So, after this chapter, you will be able to, number one, enumerate the different purposes and costs in keeping inventory. The second one is define some inventory terms and derive the optimal order quantity, inventory costs, and others. Then determine what to place in order and then determine how much to order when quantity discounts are offered and know what items in the inventory needed to be monitored closely. As we know naman, pag sinabing inventory, is yan yung economic resources ng isang business na naka-stock out sa warehouses nila kapag nagkaroon ng shortages during the business ay may papalabas sila agad-agad. Kaso nga lang, may problema pa rin sa mga ganung bagay kahit nag-inventory pa rin tayo. Like for example, kapag kasi inventory, for example, in 1 year, kailangan natin ng 100 units of inventory. Hindi naman ibig sabihin nun is isang order yun kasi hahatiin pa natin doon sa gusto natin. So kapag nag-order tayo ng maliit na units lang, makakatipid tayo sa storage cost. Pero yung ordering cost naman natin is kung tayo hindi makakatipid kung saan makakagastos tayo ng malaki. Pwede mo rin naman sabihin na malaki na lang yung order mo para mas tipid yung ordering cost mo kaysa storage cost mo. Yun ang dilemma ng inventory kung ano yung mas pipiliin mo. Mura yung ordering cost mo o mura yung storage cost mo. So, sa inventory models, inaaral natin kung paano i-balance yung dalawa. Kung paano ma-minimize natin yung storage cost at saka yung handling cost natin. Purpose of inventory. Ito yung mga reason kung bakit tayo nag-inventory. Number one, to facilitate manufacturing process. Ito, meaning lang dito is kapag may kapag ongoing yung manufacturing process natin, tapos nagkaubusan, tapos may inventory tayong malaki, hindi tayo mapapastop, tapos hindi rin ma-delay yung manufacturing process natin. Then, yung dito, to take advantage of abundant supply, ang example dito is, di ba, tayo. So, the next one is to help against inflation. Meaning naman dito is like, for example, nagpapagawa tayo ng bahay next year. So ngayon, magmura kayong bilihin is bibili talaga tayo ng mga materials para mura yung materials na mabili natin para next year, if may inflation na nangyari, hindi natin maaabutan. Then, to beat irregular supply and demand. Di ba kasi sa business, hindi talaga mawala na, hindi talaga same line yung supply at demand kasi pwede ka magbago-bago yan. So, para hindi tayo magkaroon ng shortages during the process ng manufacturing natin is kailangan natin agad mag-inventory or mag-invent. Hindi na agad. So, to enjoy quantity discount. Di ba usually, kaya tayo bumibili ng malaking product is para ma-enjoy natin yung quantity discount na naibibigay yung nung isang company. Like, example talaga yung mga wholesaler, mga bulk prices, na pag bumili ka ng marami, maliit lang yung kaya. Then yung voice stock-out and shortages. So, ang ano lang dito is, para ma-avoid natin yung stock-out and shortages, kailangan natin ng inventory. Para din, kapag yung mga loyal customer natin is hindi nawawala sa atin kasi, like for example, naubos yung pinapaninda ko kasi hindi pa dumadating yung inventory. So, pumunta sila sa akin, then sasabihin ko wala, syempre, maghahanap na talaga yung iba kung saan may nagbebenta. So,
So let's proceed to the cost of keeping inventories or ito yung mga disadvantages or reason kung bakit magastos mag-store ng inventory. So first is opportunity cost. Kung bumibili ka kasi ng maraming inventory, kung yung pera mo sana is pinag-invest mo sa bangko, makaka-earn ka sana ng interest. So instead na makaka-earn ka, pinag-bili mo lang ng maraming inventories. Second is loss due to obsolescence. Yung mga inventories is nanduluma. At the time passed by, maraming inventories mo, so yung iba, yung hindi nagaganda is nanduluma, or minsan due to the changes of people's preferences is nanduluma talaga yung inventories. Third is loss due to product deterioration or nasisira yung inventories. So, kapag nakatago lang talaga siya at hindi nagaganda talaga is there's a tendency na nasisira talaga yung inventories. Then, operational cost is kapag store tayo ng inventories is may mga other costs tayo na incurred. For example, is yung insurance or security guards to protect our inventories. Lalo na kung marami yung inventories natin is mahal yung gasto. So let's proceed for the inventory control techniques where we will discuss about EOQ. So EOQ is one of the oldest and most commonly known inventory control techniques. So alam natin yung EOQ. So let's proceed first for the assumptions. First is demand is known and constant. Meaning yung demand is always given and constant siya. Nakuha natin yung demand or nasiset natin yung demand per day. Kumbaga, uniform sila. Then lead time is also known and constant. Lead time is kung gaano katagal bago dumating yung order mo. Order arrives in one batch at one point in time. So, isahan yung pagdating ng i-order natin. Yun yung assumption sa EOQ. So, sa EOQ din is, ang assumption natin is no quantity When ordering costs or holding costs are the only relevant costs. So, sinabi nga ng first reporter is, sa inventory model for purchasing, ang goal here is to balance ordering costs and holding costs. And if orders are placed on time, there will be no stockouts or shortages. Kumbaga, hindi ka nauubusan ng inventories, yung assumptions. And lastly, yung EOQ is applied siya per item. So, this is the formula for EOQ.
Go. Okay, so this is the formula of EOQ model. So optimal Q is equal to the square root of 2DO divided by H. So you may ask, paano nga ba na-derive yung square root of 2 times DO divided by H? Okay, so listen. Diba, our goal in the EOQ is to equalize O divided by H. Diba? So, ano nga ba yung formula ng O at saka ng H? O is equal to what? O is equal to how many times we make an order. So that is D divided by Q times natin sa order cost. That is the equal of O. So, meron na tayong O, right? Next naman, paano natin makuha yung equivalent na, yung formula ng H. Nakalagay yan sa handouts ninyo. H is equal to average inventory times holding cost. Now, we already have the formula, right? And do you think that this is the final answer? Well, it's not. Kasi yung pagkuha ng average inventory is mayroon pang formula. So pag ganito siya kunin. Average inventory is equal to Q divided by 2 times H. So ganyan lang siya, guys. So para mag-equal siya, O is equal to H is simply O is ito. Diba? Can you follow? O is equal to D over Q times O. And then yung H is average inventory, pero instead na average inventory is ito. Kasi di ba nga pagkuha ng average inventory is ito. So ito yung kumpiyahin natin. Q divided by 2 times H. And yun, times H. Hindi pala to. Hindi. Dalawa? Yan na siya. So, diba, ang question natin is, paano nga ito dito napunta? So, ganito lang. Cross multiply. So, sige. 3 times O, DO times 2 DO. Then, Q times Q is equal to Q squared. So, kapilaan yung H. Ayan. So, divide. Para makansel yung H, divide H. So, we have here Q squared to D DO over H. So para matanggal yung square root, cancel, and we derive from this to that formula. Okay. So, in that economic order quantity, yung goal natin is to para mag-equal yung order cost sa holding cost natin. So, yun, our formula is optimal Q is equal to square root of 2DO divided by H. So, usual na variable natin is DOH. So, very basic lang memorize. DOH, Department of Health. Minsan na may WD pa yan. So affirm that places orders equal to Q star incurs the lowest total inventory cost, which is the sum of the annual ordering cost and the annual ordering cost. When order quantity is optimal, these two are equal. So gaya ng sabi ko, O is equal to H as always. Ordering cost is equal to holding cost. Dapat equal sila. Ayan. So, huwag kayo palito sa formula, guys. Yung mga formula is remain pa rin yung variable natin na natatlo, yung DOH, pero nadagdagan ng WD. So, ginaderive lang yan. So, dahil matalino kayo, kaya nyo i-memorize sila. First is, paano kunin yung numbers of orders made in year? So, Y star is equal to demand over Q. So, you might ask, kasi na may mga problems na given is lowercase d. So actually, uppercase d and lowercase d is different. When we see uppercase d, yan yung annual per demand. Then pag lowercase d is demand per monthly. Per day. Yes. That's how we get the made in a year. Okay? So, next is optimal cycle. Optimal cycle is yan yung days na pag na-calculate natin yung optimal cycle, makukuha natin yung days kung ilang days na ba nauubos yung inventory natin. So for example, na-calculate natin is 100. So in the span of 100 days, doon nauubos yung inventory natin. So to get that is to get the optimal cycle is C star is equal to Q star over D, or C star divided by C star is equal to working day divided by Y star. So you might see two formula, but both of them are just the same and equal. So yung pagkuha ng C star sa first, you will see there Q star over D. Yung Q star is makuha mo yan doon sa pinaka first, right? Ito. Diyan mo lang solving Q star mo. Then yung D na lowercase, gaya ng sinabi ko, yan yung annual per. Exactly. Palakpakan si ate. Yan. That is how we get the optimal cycle. So the other formula is C star, WD over Y star. So there's a possibility na given kasi na working day. So pag, for example, given a working day is 288. Kasi 288 in 365 days is 288 na yan yung walang weekends. So sabihin natin 288, so yun yung gagamitin nyo na working day. Pero if hindi given, assume na yung working day nyo is 365 in a year. So Y star, di ba WD divide by star. So pagkuha ng Y star is ayun, nasa taas, yung pagkuha ng optimal orders made in a year. So ganun lang siya kasimple. Mamaya may illustration kami. Next is optimal ordering cost. So in the optimal ordering cost, we are calculating that to determine the ordering cost para yung shipping fee. Yes, so optimal ordering cost is equal to annual demand per annual divided by Q star, which is yung optimal Q star, which is yung optimal quantity natin, times natin sa times natin sa O, which is yung ordering cost. So makuha na natin yung annual ordering cost. Next is optimal annual holding cost, na pwede siyang i-illustrate as AHC star. So to get that is multiply the quotient of Q optimal quantity divided 2 times H. So huwag kayong malito kasi yung 2 is constant. Hindi na yan mamapalitan. Next is optimal total inventory cost or TIC. So this time, total inventory cost, kasali na dyan yung optimal annual ordering cost, optimal holding cost. So this time, you can see na yung PIC ay parang gina-add mo lang yung AOC at saka yung AHC. So you're just going to add lang. I-copy mo to, then add, then copy mo rin yung AHC. Yes. So, maka-follow? Yeah, okay. So next is optimal maximum inventory level. So this is how we calculate inventory level na maximum. Ibig sabihin, dyan mo ma-determine kung ilang inventory level ang kaya mong i-inventory. Next. Next is optimal average inventory level. Kinukuha natin yung average inventory. So basically, gina-divide lang yan sa 2. Okay, so kaya ba? Hindi, simple lang yan in words. Pag ma-familiarize kayo sa apat na variable na simple lang yan na i-memorize.
Note that AOC or yung average operating ordering cost and average holding cost kailangan equal yan, di ba? Kanina pinakita na kung paano i-solve yung average ordering cost at saka yung average of holding cost at saka yung average ordering cost. So kapag hindi equal, dun pa lang sa pag-solve mo, kapag hindi na yung equal, ibig sabihin, may mali na dun sa pag-solve mo. So mag-start ka sa umpisa, alangan. So last one you solve for Q asterisk is yan yung EOQ. You will know that your solution is correct when AOC is equal to HAC. So yan yung, so for example, is-solve natin yung EOQ. So may given dyan na yung annual demand, which is yung 1,000. Tapos yung ordering cost per order is 10 pesos. Average holding cost per unit per year is 0.5. So derive EOQ, Y asterisk, C asterisk yan, mga yan. So yung EOQ, ayan. So ayan yung formula niya. So square root ng 2 times 1,000 times 10 over 0.50 is equals to 200 units. Tapos itong Y asterisk, di ba, yan yung ilang beses tayo nakakapag-order sa loob ng isang taon. So for example, may demand ka annually na 1,000, tapos yung EOQ mo is 200 yung days or yung tagal kung kailan nauubos yung inventory mo. So, di ba, if hindi given yung working days, ang gagamitin natin is yung 365. Tapos yung na-solve natin na orders per year, which is 5, ipag-divide lang yun, is 365 over 5 is equals to 73 days. Ibig sabihin, 73 days yung optimal cycle na kung kailan days na nauubos yung inventory mo. Next is yung average of ordering cost is equals to the annual demand over EOQ times O equals to, so di ba, hahanapin natin yung average ordering cost. Yung pag-solve ng average ordering cost is equals to demand annually at saka yung optimal EOQ natin. So 1,000 divided by 20 times 10 equals to 50 pesos. So ibig sabihin, yan yung average ordering cost natin. Next is yung average holding cost, which is nakukuha sa Q over 2. Yung kaya yan number 2 kasi, di ba? Di ba kapag mag-order tayo, so di ba every time na mag-order tayo, for example, ito yung EOQ natin, EOQ. For example, yung EOQ natin is, ano nakalagay ko? 200. So, 200. So, di ba, ang operating cycle natin is 73 days. So, ibig sabihin, within 73 days, nauubos yung inventory natin. So, after, syempre, kapag naubos yan, mag-order ka ulit. Tapos, mauubos na naman hanggang sa ilan yung beses ka na nag-order, which is 5 times per year. So, 5 times yan. Sabihin, ito yung number of days, number of orders na nagagawa mo every year. So, di ba, ito yung beginning inventory, ito yung ending inventory. So, beginning inventory plus ending inventory is equals to, divided by 2, kaya yun yung average, saan ako? Yung average holding cost. So, yan yung formula niya equals to 200 over 2 times 0.5 equals to 50 pesos. So, nakita nyo na equal yung average ordering cost at saka average holding cost. Ibig sabihin, tama yung pag-solve natin. Next is yung total inventory cost. Yun yung sabi kanina ni Mahfuz na ipagpa-class lang, i-add lang yung average ordering cost at saka average holding cost. So ngayon yan, try natin mag-solve ng yan yung given na problem. So, ayan yung mga given, number of units of materials required annually. Ibig sabihin yan, sa isang buong taon, 10,000 units ng materials yung nagagamit natin. Cost of placing an order is 10 pesos. Ibig sabihin, kumbaga yan yung shipping fee. Next is the annual carrying cost or yung holding cost sa pag-store ng inventory natin, which is 0.88. So first is i-solve natin yung EOQ natin. Square root ng 2 times 10,000 times 10. Tapos over 0.8. Kasi yung, kung natatandaan nyo, yun yung EOQ formula natin. So kapag sinolve natin yan, is yung optimal EOQ natin o yung maximum na units na pwedeng i-store natin sa warehouse natin. Next is yung numbers of orders made in a year. So, Y is equals to D over EOQ. So, be aware lang kapag ang tinatanong is yung optimal annual ordering cost, ang gagamitin natin is yung kung ano yung EOQ natin, which is 500. So, nakalagay dyan, yung annual demand natin is 10,000 over divided by 500, which is ito yung EOQ natin, divided by equals to 20 orders per year. Ibig sabihin yan yung ilang beses tayo nakaka-order sa loob ng isang taon. Next is the or yung cycle, optimum cycle natin, which is equals to working days, kasi hindi naman doon binigay yung working days. As you can still remember, kanina, sinabi ko, if we given yung working days na, ang gagamitin natin is 365. 365 over 20, which is yung times na nakakapag-order tayo. So, 365 over 20 is equals to 18.25 days or 18. Next is yung average ordering cost, which is equals to 10,000 over yung EOQ natin na 500 times 10 na ordering cost natin na nakalagay equals to 200. The number 5 is average holding cost, which is equals to 500, yung EOQ natin, over 2, para makuha natin yung average, times yung holding cost natin na 0.80, equals to 200. So, nakita natin na equal yung average ordering cost at saka yung average holding cost. Tama yung pag-solve natin. The next is yung total inventory cost. So, ipag-plus lang yan, 200 plus 200 equals to 400. So, ito yung EOQ natin, tapos yung average inventory natin. Ayan, yung average inventory natin equals to 500 over 2 equals to 250 units. So, let's check yung answer natin. Ayan, 500 units yung EOQ natin. Tapos yung times number of times we order is 20 orders per year. Tapos yung number of cycle, optimal numbers of cycle natin is 18.25 days or 18 days. Tapos yung average ordering cost is equals to 200. Ayun siya. Tapos yung average holding cost was 200. Tapos yung total inventory cost, ipapuklas lang yung 200 tapos yung 200 na isa, equals to 400. Tapos yung EOQ natin na 500 units. At saka yung average inventory na EOQ divided by 2. 500 divided by 2 is equals to 250 units. So next is
Gusto lang may masagutin mo, work. Isagutan yung chapter, yung end of the chapter na piece. Isagutan sa kanila support. Yung problem sa end of the chapter.
anong numbers yun?
1.
Number
Because
1.
of the order point.
issue. Sa AOC plus AHC is because kailangan natin kunin kailangan natin ma-equal to para ma-lessen yung total inventory cost natin. So, since 200 yung optimal, yung maximum na nakukuha natin per order, ito yung EQ natin, which is CQ star, at saka dito naman is yung ending inventory natin na 0. So, sa cycle na to, ito yung cycle. Bakit ito yung cycle? Kasi from 200 to 0 is nababawasan per day yung inventory natin. So, for example, yung cycle natin is 50 days. So, within 50 days, nauubos yung 200 natin na inventory. And if mag-order na naman tayo, since narinig nyo kanina kung ano yung lead time, di ba? So, if yung lead time is actually is the time or yung katagal kung gaano katagal bago dumating yung next order mo. So, for example, you will place your order here. Place order. Yung gap dito is ito yung lead time mo. So, from this point na nag-order ka, nag-place ka ng order, is maubos muna yung inventory mo bago dumating yung next order mo, and that is your lead time. Or yung ano katagal bago dumating yung next order mo. So, next is, bakit average, for example, is ito. Ito yung average niya, which is 100. Bakit 100 yung average niya? Na-mention kanina na beginning inventory, which is 200, and ending inventory, which is 0. I-add natin yung 200 plus 0 over 2, kasi dalawa lang yung gina-compare natin at kinukuha natin yung average niya, which is 100. So, next, hindi ko alam if ngayon magdi-discuss sa reorder point, pero if sa reorder point actually is the time na sasabihin sa'yo na you need to place an order and it will be discussed thoroughly later or next meeting. So, yun lang.